Well, nutrient stewardship is top of mind for farmers today. While application approaches have evolved over the years, one strategy remains a benchmark for the industry. Fred Nichols with Huma joins us now to break down the 4 R's. So thank you for your time, Fred. Let's hit those first. What does the 4 R's consist of?
Yeah, so we're looking at the right source, at the right time, at the right place, and the right rate. So it's really all 4, right? So it's what you're applying, the exact amount, the time you're putting it down, and then where you're putting it down.
Right source, right rate, right time, right place. It's got a ring to it and easy to remember, of course. And you know, our farmers to be thinking of these strategies every year, and maybe if they need to adjust these strategies as every farming season is different. So how has the approach to nutrient stewardship evolved over the past few years?
Yeah, so what's really nice about it is it combines the economics, right? Because you can't farm without it. We're taking a look at the environmental aspects, and then of course the operational aspects, and that's really what's probably most important to a lot of folks is, you know, how does it fit within their operation? So, you know, for example, when you take a look at the right time, I think that's really evolved the most. It used to be back when I farmed, a lot of times farmers would apply their products the fall before, right? All of their NPKs and then their nutrients were on. I think we know that's probably not the best route as far as, you know, what makes that plant successful, but that's kind of what was done over back that time. Well, now things have evolved to whereas, and I like to say, when you apply a product is just as important as what you apply, right? Because there's many cases where you could have adverse effects or certainly not realize your ROI by putting a product on at the wrong time. So timing is critical, but now there are so many ways and so many more tools and technology with equipment and just know-how to get those products on at the right time.
Yeah, you talk about right time, obviously a huge component of that. What exactly is the right source? What does that look like for farmers?
Yeah, so some folks will look at that, and of course, it's, you know, the type of nutrient that you put on, and some cases then there's nuances, all right, and that's the beauty of these 4 R's is there's nuances to each of them. So, and you have to adjust those and fine tune those for your own operation. So when we see right source. We take a look at it as literally the source. And for us, of course, it's carbon, right? So, you know, we see, you know, a carbon source product more so than a salt-based product. So that's kind of how we play into that realm. But yeah, it's in many cases, it could be a foliar versus a dry. So it really comes down to what's going to work best at that time for what you're trying to do.
So then what is an example of the right place? Is it kind of how you apply it or where you apply it on the plant?
Yeah, it's where you apply it. So, you know, in many cases, you know, the closer you can get to the root zone, the closer you can get to the seed, the better off you're going to be, right? I mean, I take a look at a planter, and has any tool in the farm evolved more than a planter over the years, right? I mean, it started out as a way to dispense seeds. Then we put some insecticide boxes on, and now we're using planters as really vital tools, right, to apply all kinds of nutrients, hormonal type products, biostimulants, you know, like we produce, biological products. So it's a tool that farmers can really get a strong bang for their buck. And based on how they outfit that planter, you know, can be a strong value just beyond, you know, seed placement. You know, the other thing, of course, is with the whole foliar market. And I think what we really try to see these days is the savvy farmers are almost designing their plants in real time, right? So what you want to do is you want to impact crop responses at the right time. So for example, we know corn, once it gets to about that V6 stage, right, it starts determining the number of rounds around that, you know, around that ear, the number of rounds that you're going to get. Clearly, genetics plays a role, but so does environmental conditions, and so does what you do to that crop. So if you know that's the case, you want that plant performing at its very best as it starts evolving and making up its yield potential throughout the year.
And all those R's kind of blend together and work together kind of to create a perfect plan, I guess you could say. So really great insight again this morning, Fred. Thank you for joining us. Huma Chief Sales and Marketing Officer Fred Nichols.